Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Tez coming at you with the episode 3 review, discussion, breakdown, whatever you want to call it, for Eden Zero episode 3. So, guys, if you hadn't already watched my previous video, I recommend you do that and then come back to this. Just like I said, I'm always just giving a brief rundown for any of you who don't know about it, or just telling you what happened in the episode and how I feel about it as a whole. Overall, gauging the episode, reviewing it on a scale of 10. I'm definitely going to give it a 7, seeing as I do know most of this going forward. But for those of you who don't, let's just say what we get introduced in this episode to are Clarice, the guild receptionist. As you see, we also get to see Lavilia for the first time. I think that's actually how you say her name. Still rude as ever. The people in the guild are still making fun of Shiki like always. They don't believe he's seen mom, and that's just a running trope that for now you're gonna see, and that's how it's just gonna be. Like, people don't, it's something that no one's ever done, and he just comes out of nowhere saying, oh yeah, I've met mom, and they're like, yeah, chill out. Like, there's no way you could see that. You also get introduced to the Nicola, aka the Plu race. Now, if you've never seen Rave Master, if you've never seen Fairy Tale, you wouldn't know what Plu is, but that's Plu. That's always going to be Plu. And as much as that's always going to be Plu, Happy is never going to be okay with that creature. It's still a dog. I will never understand how the Plu race got turned into a dog. It's a carrot-nosed dog. If you know the Rave Master theme, you a real one. And y'all, I'm also showing my age a little bit. But other than that, Shiki kind of thought that the whole concept or the idea of a guild meant they'd be more like a family, which fairy tale trope. It's a running gag. You're gonna see it a lot. It doesn't happen so much moving forward, I believe, but just for now, that's just kind of how it is. And another Easter egg shows up in this episode. You actually see Natsu and Lucy, or what appears to be Natsu and Lucy. We never get confirmation of this, but it looks like Natsu and Lucy walking out behind Rebecca as she's speaking. And this is just in the moments of, I believe, before Shiki actually gets his adventurer card. And once Shiki's gotten his adventurer card, he comes with a plan to basically help Rebecca grow her B-Cube audience. Kind of, I'm trying to grow this audience here. So, like, if you haven't already, go ahead and, like the video, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, all that good stuff. Please, I appreciate it. Help your boy grow this. Help me get up in the algorithm. It's all love. Seriously. So, and they wanted to be the first ones to ever do it. Like, just imagine how great that'd be if you were able to actually get that caught on video and then prove everybody in the guild wrong. Like, prove them wrong. Make Lavilia look like a moron or whatever. She's hella rude because, like, she made Rebecca cry, and Shiki's, if you don't know this by now, Shiki's real protective of those he considers his friends. Friendship is really key to him, as that is a running thing within these shows. The power of friendship prevails over any and all things, and he activated his gear subtly and lifted her off the ground, and then made her crash back to the ground, which bloodied her nose, and she likes that. Now, this isn't the last we're gonna see of her by a long shot, so be in for a ride to see some of the more rude things coming at us from her end, and so on and so forth. We get back into the whole thing with Shiki and Rebecca's plan. Shiki kind of treats it all like a game, speaking of mages and healers and warriors. Like, we need to get our crew, we need to get the ship, and then we can set off on this adventure, this amazing thing. And Rebecca lets him know, like, yeah, we need to get Happy fixed, and then we can, in order to do this and do all that great stuff, we need to go see Dr. Wise. And that's when Elsie and her crew show up. Now, if you don't remember, in episode 2, you do see a woman at the end who looks just like Erza. I don't know why I drew a blank on that. Looks like Erza, but that's LZ Crimson, for those of you who do not know. And now you do know. She is a space pirate, or a pirate princess, because they do call her Hime a lot, so she's a princess of some sort. I don't know as to why. We'll find out why, though. We'll definitely find out why. And, she has Clarice scared shook. I mean, like, she's just completely scared. And then we transition back over to seeing Happy and Rebecca deciding on making a video on how to teach Shiki how to drive. And he's just like, I can see why you guys may have some really low views. Like, that's in his own way saying, like, that wouldn't be the most interesting video to watch. But he also wanted to learn how to drive because he's never, piloted a ship before. And if he's going to be the bodyguard, why not? You know, he kind of wants to learn, and it goes hand in hand. And you know, as he's just getting it, Rebecca's trying to teach him how to land the ship, because I do believe they've at this point gotten to the actual location where Dr. Wise is. Shiki presses all the buttons and she kind of spazzes out like, I didn't tell you to hit them all at once, because you're gonna have to press them in, you know, in sequence in order to make the landing straight. And that's when the ship actually starts plummeting to the planet, and you see it's raining pillars, which are, you know, pretty much as we get described or told about them, they're like concentrated ether in the atmosphere that once it's solidified comes down just like that. And you know, we also get a description of what ether is from Happy, and more or less you can kind of think of it as magic, a forgotten lost art from the dark ages. Not everybody in current times can use it, only a select few. And even as somebody who's currently caught up with the manga, they still don't really talk too much about it. I'm hoping as the show moves forward that they do speak more on it, like it's expanded upon and broadened. Because there's so many questions about it. There's so many things I still want to know about it. But we'll get back to this. So once we actually get through this description of what ether is, they get down into the actual city, which is underneath, and Shiki's always surprised as he's only known Grand Bell and he's just seen Blue Garden, and this being the third place he's actually seen, is taken away by everything. And then they make their way to what appears to be the location of where Dr. Wise is, only to then be approached from behind by someone holding a gun, holding a briefcase as well. And you know, they're not sure who this is, and they claim they're looking for Dr. Wise Steiner, and he's like, yeah, that's me. And everyone's shocked at yo, who, what, this, you know. Shiki's like, so do y'all not know each other? Like, is this not the Dr. Wise? Because the Dr. Wise we've been told about is an old man, not this young individual, not this really young individual. And that's kind of the most shocking revelation, as from there we get this time skip, which makes no sense and again, I'm gonna say this definitely makes no sense because they still haven't explained this in the actual current chapters of the manga. So you'll be right along with me and everyone else. I will definitely not spoil you on anything at all in this. I just do like to make comparisons and subtle, you know, contrast that I find between both at the same stages. So I'm just giving back what I read to what I've seen. And you find these persons, or I'm not really sure what they are, but they're on what appears to be a rock or a planet of some kind. And what they stumble upon is a B cube with Eden's 0 written on the back. Now, I still don't know what this could mean, but that's pretty much where we end off on this episode. Now, for anybody that's watching, I do appreciate you for taking the time to watch this video and listening. So if you could do me a favor, just a solid favor, gravity punch the subscribe button, like the video so your boy can grow in the YouTube algorithm, and be sure to turn on the bell notification so you're notified for any future content that I put out in regards to Eden 0 or anything else you may find on my channel. And like always, be good, be blessed, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.